So in a follow-up to a very old video of mine that ended up being the most viewed on the channel, we are buying more Pokemon things from AliExpress. So here I have 3 different packages, all from AliExpress, all with all of my personal info blacked out on them. And all 3 of them are Pokemon card products. So if you were wondering, should you buy Pokemon cards on AliExpress? If you're just here for a super quick answer and don't care about actually looking at what we received, no, just don't do it. I have heard supposedly that you can get legitimate things on there, but it seems very unlikely. And I believe 1 or 2 of these, whenever I go to open them, you'll actually see it pop up if I remember to do that when editing, that they claimed to be genuine when they, I can tell you now, are not going to be. Your chances of actually getting something real in there are so minute no matter what it says. If you're looking for official cards, just avoid it. Buy from the sellers that the websites and the companies that we already know. I know it's going to be more expensive, but you have to pay a certain price to get the official product. But anyways, in this box is what I am most interested in, as we actually purchased a entire, I'll kind of briefly show it, an entire booster box. And I can tell you just by holding the wrapping right there, that's fake. It should be noted that while this video at its core is still for information, as a lot of people in my last one seem to be looking for this confirmation as to whether it's worth it or not. I'm also going to be having my fun with them and looking at the more crazy mistakes that we might find on these fake cards. So this video is like half informative for those who are already not in the know, and half making fun of these horrible copies. Who knows, maybe they'll actually be good. I think last time one of them actually scared me at how good they were. But I will show you the other 2 in a minute. Let's go ahead and take these over to the desk. I believe we are going to go ahead and start off with the booster box, since there will be so many packs in here. One more thing I should clarify, if you didn't already notice this, if you are a constant viewer of my channel, this is taking up a different slot. This is a bonus video for the week. It has been fast-tracked, because I wanted to get this one out earlier. But here we have our Evolving Skies booster box. Looks actually not the worst, I'll say. They even have the Pokeball wrapping on here, although the balls look a bit too small, in my opinion. Okay, I love that part. The Pokemon, of all the spacing going on there. TCG Sword and Shield Evolving Skies expansion contains over 190 cards. Each Pokemon TCG booster contains 10 packs and 1 basic energy, yada yada yada. So it looks like whatever font or editing software they were using to put this in here couldn't process that accent over the E properly, so they had to do a space. That's funny. Those are the kind of things that you're looking for, like those weird like spacing and stuff going on. If you can't tell by just looking at the box, that's another good sign, as well as like this sticker down here showing like the manufacturer being somewhere in China. Also, the fact that this pack right here is upside down, and that one, hold on, is that one sideways? Hold on. Oh, and the wrapping is like, okay. Well, let's pull this off. And I really want to know, is that pack printed what the hell? The back of it is printed this way. Also, this quality is awful. It's like super bulky and like, oh, I love this. Okay, so we're supposed to have 10 cards in here. Let's see. Now, I'm also not an expert on sets, so I'm not too certain if it's going to actually contain just cards from the Evolving Skies set. So as far as quality goes, obviously it is like glossy. It is washed out. Very, very glossy. That symbol is huge. The uncommon indicator right there. Let's look at the back. That is atrocious. That looks nothing close to a real one. Let me grab a real card real quick. Okay, I happen to still have a thing of energies near me, so I'm just going to use this as an example for now. We'll open up an actual pack later. Look at that. This is our real card. That super faded and like glossy mess is our fake crystal right there. Anyway, let's start looking for maybe some more of the funny mistakes here and there. It looks like they're all using like official artwork. The font is definitely off though, and their E spacing has been corrected here. I'll say that much. We have the Bergmite, Psyduck, Pumpkaboo, Glossifleur, Pikachu, and oh, we got a holo. We have the Aroma Lady supporter. And you can definitely tell where they kind of scanned in an actual holo. At least that's what it looks like. Because you have some, like, of this like hollow effect down here that isn't actually hollow. It's more like a shadow down here, these little symbols. There, I think it kind of shows it a bit better. Also, the actual hollow effect itself isn't that bad, though, on the actual image. It's not too terrible. But I will definitely say these are not good fakes. These are horrendous. Go ahead and look at another Evolving Skies pack, see if we can find anything else odd on the pack itself. I mean, that's really blurry text, and believe me, I know what it's like trying to find high-resolution images for some of the Pokemon Company's stuff. Assemble an amazing deck from the many powerful cards in the Sword and Shield Evolving Skies expansion, including new Tag Team GX Pokemon? What? And loads of strategic trainer cards. Evolving Skies. Tag Team GX. You know what? We'll go with it. We'll go with it. Maybe we can get a Tag Team GX out of our Evolving Skies packs. Alright, really nasty. Really bad, like, whiteout on that Regieleki. Okay. We have a Victini, a Single Strike Pinsir, Galarian Moltres that looks like it was supposed to be a holo, and it is also a rare. Let's see here. We have a Lotad, Swablu, Sharpedo. I mean, all this font is definitely off, and so I should probably be reading through these to look for, like, funny typos here and there, but why is that upside down again? Both of our holos have an upside down, but look, we got another holo. We have a Hypno. Man, look at us getting all the good pulls today. I do like how these are obviously just straight scans, because down here, see that? It might not be easy to see on camera. I might have to get a photo of it later. The little copyright symbol just looks so off. It's just like more of just a badly drawn circle. So it looks like these might end up being pretty boring, as we just seem to be getting straight scans. Oh, wow, okay, so some of these don't have that descriptor on the back of them, but some do. That's odd. I really want to see how they handle, like, full art cards and, like, Vs and all that. So let's see if we can find one. Okay, so we have another Rapid Strike Scroll Flying Dragon. I want to see how they handle those. Like, are they also just going to be scanned in? Or maybe you just can't pull them. Maybe they just didn't try to fake those. You're saying Feebas, Chinchou, Hitmonchan, Elemental Badge, Teddy, Ursa, Zinna's Resolve. Oh, wow. Look at that, like, print line right there. I'm not sure how well it's showing on camera. Alright, maybe this Umbreon pack will do it for us. Let's see. Hoppip, Zora, Woobat, Golduck, Dino, Lillipup, Bergmine. Oh, I don't even think to check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 cards. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They couldn't even fake the number of cards that you can get out of these. They couldn't even just throw 10 in here. They had to save that extra money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, and again, we're just getting basic holos. So here we have a Talonflame. And again, they look like they're basically just straight scanned, but the text doesn't quite look right. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just looking at these fake cards and I'm expecting worse quality, and so I'm just looking at that text and thinking it's wrong when it really isn't. And none of these have that descriptor on the back of them either, like that one pack that we had so far. Litleo, Rangola, yada 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 yada. Okay, we have a Galarian Articuno. Okay. I'll take my little Galarian Articuno boy. Also, it does look like these are all from Evolving Skies, not that I've been checking every one. But we also have a holo Jumpluff. Again, it's obviously no value because these are all fake. Also, I did get some comments on my last AliExpress video from people who were like, yeah, I bought Pokemon cards from AliExpress and I used them to scam people and it was so easy to do. Man, you're part of the problem. Like, obviously, you're making money off of it, so there's nothing I can say that can dissuade you. But all I'll say is I don't care much for people that do that. You are just scamming people, especially people who are, like, big into Pokemon. You know, a lot of times you're talking about kids. Like, this is just, it's a terrible thing to do, man. Just selling people fake cards. But I know that is definitely a big part of the market when it comes to people buying these things from AliExpress and Wish. You're going to have people that are buying these and selling them to people who don't know any better. I can't imagine that these ones would really work for that, as they are god-awful fakes. We have a Gigalith. Okay, we're just getting We're not gonna get an actual like full art or a V or anything in here, are we? All right, we'll probably go back to the booster box later as more of like an outro thing, just something to kind of, if you want the video to keep going, then we'll keep looking at these. But whenever I get back to the booster box, it'll probably be what I would say is the end of like the main content. So here is the next thing that I purchased. Now I don't remember exactly what it looked like on the product image. If I can find it, it'll be up here. But it appears to be a deck, and I don't think I ordered a deck. I'm pretty sure I ordered a thing of like a bunch of like V cards or EX or GX cards or something like that, and this is what it came in. This weird like Charizard deck box, which to be fair, doesn't look that bad. If it wasn't for that giant number 8, I actually would think this isn't the worst thing to like keep a deck in. So let's open it up and see what kind of cards we got inside. Do you think we got anything real? Whoops. As I am not entirely ruling out that possibility. Oh man. Oh yeah, I bought a bunch of Evolutions cards. That's what this is. So we have our, wow, that is damaged. We have an Evolutions Charizard here. Really poorly cut. I'll say it's a lot thicker than the other cards that we were looking at before. But the back still is majorly washed out, really poorly cut. And you actually have some damage up here next to the level, if you can see that. That is physical damage, it's not part of like a scan. My biggest question is, why did they choose to do this with Evolutions cards? Why wouldn't you want to do this with official, well, not like official, but like, you know, base set Charizard, the one that really has the value? So here we have a very poorly cut Vulpix, just looks so bad. And you can tell like the card that they scanned for this wasn't in the best condition, because you got some like sparkles and stuff here. Oh look, we have a Holo Yanma. 70 PS. Like, hold on. Level 17, it has 70 PS. So, I'm sorry you guys cannot attack its HP. You can only attack its PS. Alright, so with Tangela here, we also only have PS. So make sure you have PS damaging attacks, not just HP damaging attacks. We have another Tangela, poorly scanned again. Horrible, like, flickers of hollow things on there. We have Beedrill. I'm looking for little errors here and there just for fun. We have a Kakuna, a Weedle. Nobody else has PS. I want to build an all PS deck here, so we need to get some more PS cards. Wait, did we get 2 Kakunas in here? No, okay, we had Metapod and Kakuna, my bad. We have a Caterpie, a Poliwrath. Still just looking for more funny haha things. We have a Poliwhirl, a Poliwag. I actually have a small collection of fake Pokemon cards, and I like to, like, you know, have like a special pack thing that I keep some of the funnier or larger mistake ones in. We have Arcanine. Ponyta, still nobody with PS. I need more PS cards, man. We got Growlithe, we have Ninetales, still one of my favorite cards, honestly, from base set and from not Loving Skies, Evolutions. Charmeleon, again, nothing too crazy. We have Charmander with a speck of hollow in the E for some reason. We have Electrode, Voltorb, Magneton, Magnemite, with some bad scan lines going on there, or print lines, one of the two. Gyarados, Magikarp, Starmie, and I will say, as far as the quality of these go, I will say these are better fakes than what we had just before with the Evolving Skies booster box, but they're still not that good. I think even Kid Me, who was awful when it came to like spotting fake cards, would still most definitely spot these, even if it wasn't just for what's on them, but like the way that they feel, the horrible cutting, which I know Pokemon Company does, but the like unbelievably washed out backs, like these are just so unbelievably fake. We have a Seal, a Mewtwo, alright, and we have the beautiful Mew card, now in its fake form. We have a Ghastly, Nidoking. I'm still not seeing a whole lot of errors on these, aside from like the PSs. We have our Zapdos, Electabuzz, our Raichu. Whoever did like the translations for these and like typed the stuff in definitely did it better than the others. They only made a few mistakes. Mostly with this the HP, likely just a typo and quickly typing things in. We have Onyx, Machamp. I spoke too soon. We have Machamp, level 67. I love that the T is actually going into the L on level there. Machamp, my favorite boy. Even they actually have it spelled right there. Put Machamp on stage 1 Pokemon. Okay, so they just spelled it wrong just in the title. Again, likely just a typo. Then we have Machoke, Machop, Doug Trio, Diglett, Sandshrew, Coughing. Can we get another Machamp? I really like Machamp. I would like a second one of him, please. We have... Oh my god, that is horrendous. Oh, that's not even like a scanline thing. That is physically on the card. This thing, like, was eaten by the printer. Like, that is a deep groove. Like, if I'm sliding my fingernail down it, I actually get stopped right there. And I can feel my fingernail through the other side. Unlike... Okay, I guess I kind of can in other places. That is awful. We have a... Oh, focus on him. Focus on him. A Porygon... What? Pikachu Volio? I'm assuming that means fly or flying in another language. What language is that, though? Because the rest of this card is in English. Huh. Pikachu Volio. Well, definitely a real card here. Pikachu Surf. Not Surfing Pikachu. We have the more rare version. Pikachu Surf. Also, I don't recognize that artwork. I thought Surfing Pikachu looked different than that. Right? I'm pretty sure I have a Surfing Pikachu. We have a Doduo, a Farfetch'd, Raticate, Rattata. We have a Clefairy and a Hitmonchan to finish us out. So there were a few kind of funnier ones in there, but I would say none of these would qualify as good or even like decent fakes. They are pretty bad. But we do have our Charizard level 76, my favorite. So in our last package, I have a bit of a comparison for you guys to kind of show you the differences, like live, with a real and a fake pack. As in here, from another sellers, all of these I believe are all different sellers. We have a Brilliant Stars pack and a Celestial Storm. Now, finding recent sets is kind of hard to do when it comes to fake cards. They're usually going to be like a month or two behind. And so, Brilliant Stars, when I bought this, was the newest set. I know it's not now, but it was the newest set when this was purchased, and it was actually still fairly new. I want to say Brilliant Stars have been out for maybe 2 weeks, I want to say. 2 to 3 weeks. But of course, AliExpress takes forever to ship things out to you as it's all coming from China. So here, I actually have an identical Shaman pack. You can definitely see a bit of a difference here. This is very metallic looking. This is not. Aside from that, I mean, obviously the pack is going to be bulkier and all that. On the back, there's a pretty big difference. Pokemon.com right here, just huge. That looks like that is the complete wrong font for the Got and Catch 'em All thing compared to this font right here. For some reason, it has Brilliant Stars right there. And they have the old Pokemon Online thing instead of the TCG Live right there. Oh wow, the description is completely wrong. So I'm going to read this description here. Gigantamaxing, it changes a Pokemon size and appearance, as opposed to this saying constellations align in a show of force.
But then, a strange phenomenon known as Dynamaxing can only occur in specific areas of the Galar region. While Dynamaxing seems to be a phenomenon common to the Pokemon of Galar, it's been discovered that there's a special phenomenon known as Gigantamaxing too. Only certain species of Pokemon can Gigantamax, and even among these species, only rare specimens are able to Gigantamax. The majority will keep their usual appearance when they Dynamax.
That seems like it's not even really from the back of a thing like you would have normally. But I could be wrong. So now that we've seen that, let's start off with our fake pack here, and then kind of compare the opening process. So, as this is supposed to be from Brilliant Stars, I'm going to open this and do everything that I would normally do. So normally you open it from this side, and you would normally see a common here. We definitely are not. But then we would pull out the code card, so there's the code card. Feel free to use that. Then we flip it around, and we do 3 to the front to put the uncommons at the front. And, okay, so we messed up apparently. We have a Starly here at the front as a common. Cool. We have a Magma base as uncommon. Okay, so we at least got one of the uncommons here at the front. And I will say this, these do appear to actually be from Brilliant Stars. The text is the worst we have seen so far. These feel awful. I will say they're cut pretty clean somewhat. The corner there is awful, but they're cut well sized. So here we have a non-hollow Honchkrow V. So I guess we did get a good pull in this pack. Boss Pockets? I don't think that is an actual Pokemon card ability. Also the actual card on screen. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. The text is just so ugly. Like, the weird, like, white, like, embossing around it. Okay, so we have a Zamazenta V, again, not as a holo, so this is one of the rare non-holo Shield Dog Vs. I will say the text on them don't seem to be too bad, though. So we have a Flygon V, again, non-holo, so again, another really rare card. I actually have this card as a full art. Yeah, so we're getting some pretty good pulls in this one pack. We have a Cubchoo, Cynthia's Ambition, a Drampa V, and on our rare slot, we actually have the alternate art Charizard V. Okay, so I'd say we did a pretty good pull here. It's weird that they would just like print holo onto this and not, actually have it holo. The Pokemon company's making some weird design choices here. But yeah, okay, we did pretty good. And then I really do like our code card here as well. This really, really blurry text, 220 HP, with the fire energy being too far to the right based on its background shadow. Yeah, really appreciate this code card. Could you sense the sarcasm? I kind of slapped my camera there. I need to actually stop my camera to let it cool down real quick, but then I will do a bit of a comparison with an actual pack. Okay, so I also noticed there is a typo on this little Cubchoo that I enjoy. Yeah, I might have to get a photo of it. It's probably not going to show that well on camera. But down here, it says fit instead of it with a capital F, and it makes me happy. All right, so let's compare. Let's do a little comparison of the opening process here. So pack is a lot lighter, feels a lot better to actually open. You're not having to fight with it. Pull out the code card. Come on, camera. Then we do 3 to the front. Get rid of our energy, which I think I forgot to do last time. I didn't get rid of the energy in the other pack. That was our problem. We have a Weavile, Team Yell's Cheer, and Marnie's Pride going on to our Clefairy, Cherubi, Sock, Corfish, Golett. We have a Torkoal as a reverse. What do you know? You can actually get reverses in the official ones. That's weird. And a Staraptor. And then again, if you like compare the backs to these, we have our official boys here in my opinion, much better color and quality as opposed to this more washed out stuff again. But then the back of the one holo, that Charizard, is actually pretty dark. I'll say that. It's still not anywhere near the official. The borders are way too thick. But we at least have, a good indicator as to what's a holo or not, just based on the back of the card. All right, we got one more pack to go. We have a Celestial Storm. Do we have a funny thing on here? Oh my god, yes we do. Crimson Chaos across Aola.
The mysterious Ultra Beasts have arrived, invading the Aola region as Crimson-tinged Pokemon GX, God, I'm so bad with some of those names, and Ravenous Guzzlord GX. Can Savali GX and the other allies of Aola defend the islands, or will the Ultra Beasts take control? Find out when you battle for the prize with the Pokemon TCG Sun and Moon Crimson Invasion expansion.
Cool. So, I guess we're not opening a Celestial Storm here, we're opening a Crimson Invasion. Yeah, it even has the disclaimer for how many cards are in a Crimson Invasion pack. Well, it's nice to know if we ever open a Crimson Invasion, we know how many cards come in it. But let's go ahead and do the Celestial Storm in the meantime. So, hey, they actually had that part. No, actually, that is backwards. What? I'm assuming that you're going to be a good boy. We're going to throw you at the back. We're going to get our holo at the back of this thing. So we have our Kecleon right here. Our oh god, these feel almost more waxy than the Brilliant Stars ones. Our Sceptile. Our Salamence. Acrobike. Also, I love how bad some of these are cut. It's just amazing. He's looking for little mistakes here and there. We have our Mudkip. Combuskin. We're not getting a whole lot of good pulls out of this pack, you know, like the 5 we got in the last one. We have our Trico, which is just the worst cut I have seen so far. Holy God. Like, look at that. That is atrocious. We have our Loudred, again, just really amazing cutting here. Steven's Resolve. So I'm really shocked at the lack of amazing pulls. But we do have a Greninja GX, which, okay. I mean, the text is a little blurry here and there. But the holo doesn't look the worst. It doesn't look official, but it doesn't look the worst. And the text is pretty good throughout, aside from down here. Okay, so I just read through that. I didn't notice any typos, at least with a quick read through. Not the worst fake from looking at the front alone. You look at the back, and it becomes very clear. So that's why, if you're somewhat newer to Pokemon, you might not know, if you're ever buying cards off of somebody, always look at the back and compare it to an official card. Like, that is always going to be your tell. I could see somebody possibly actually getting tricked from this one, because this one doesn't look the worst. It feels awful, but it doesn't look the worst. Also, let's do a little rip test here. So we're going to take this Steven's Resolve and just kind of... Okay, ripped pretty easy, but not, you know, too easy. And then we'll just take this energy we were using as a sample earlier. And you might notice we have like a black filament in here. You'll kind of see along the rip lines. Oh, okay, might not really be that in focus. You got some like black in here, right? You got some like, you know, just fading along the edges of, you know, some darkness in that. Whereas with this, it is just white. There's no hint of black lines anywhere on the inside, especially not close to the rip side where you normally see it on the actual Pokemon cards. That's because they put this black line like layer inside of official Pokemon cards to help tell if they are legitimate or not. I've heard that you can like shine a flashlight through it to see it somewhat. But if you're looking at fake cards, and there's multiple of them, you could possibly rip one that wouldn't have a whole lot of value to get an idea as to if it's fake or not, because you won't see those like black lines on the inside. So I guess that is pretty much it. I'm going to be opening up some more of these if you care to continue watching. We might find some more funny things. But for everybody else, he's probably going to be signing off at this point. I hope that this gave you a good example as to... I'm still not seeing any that descriptor on any of these others. It was like only on that one pack. If it's not fairly evident, don't buy from AliExpress. Now, there are some legitimate reasons to do it. People will use them as proxy cards. So they'll buy like a set, kind of like this box that we bought that came with all of these Evolutions cards in it. They can use it as a proxy card to play with friends, or to even practice with a deck that they don't have the right cards for. And that is a very good reason to do that, you know, to buy these fake ones. But you need to be very careful and that you make sure that, you know, you don't mix them in with your actual cards at any point in time, because you might get them confused, you might get them mixed up, especially if you put them in sleeves and not realize... I'm just hoping to find one, like, full art or something. But you might mix them up and not realize that you have a fake card in your deck or in your collection. So even like with these, I have made sure while opening this to keep them away from the actual cards that I opened with that Brilliant Stars pack. Actually, we'll do another actual pack here in a minute. Another Holo Stoutland. We'll get something, I'm hoping. I'm really hoping they, you know, could at least give you one good pull. A lot of times with these fake cards, they're going to give you a lot of those good pulls, like in that one pack that we had back there with the Brilliant Stars pack. Because they want you to be excited with what you got. They want you to, you know, want to come back and buy more of them. So if they give you a bunch of really good cards, you're more than likely, you know, you are more likely to buy from them again. Because you had a better experience with your first time, or even just somebody else's, you know, you watched them do it. So many Shift Tree Holos. So we're like guaranteed a holo in these, but we're not really guaranteed anything actually good, it seems. It seems like that's kind of the opposite. We got another Holo Ludicolo. I really just want to find one full art something. Here we have a Slacking. Either way, I plan on actually leaving at least one of these packs unopened just because of preservation of these fake things. I can add it to my fake Pokemon collection. Maybe I'll keep more than one. Maybe I'll just leave a handful of them unopened. But yeah, this is definitely not the booster box experience I'm sure most people would hope for. Let's see here. Although I will say at least it was a super cheap booster box. We have a Zoroark. I don't think we've gotten a Holo Zoroark out of these yet, despite getting these same Holos over and over again. Gordy, Cutiefly, Flaffy, Petalil, Tentacruel, Sableye, Litleo, Raggenrola. We have a Falapple. Let's see. But yeah, I did, I realized like my AliExpress video was far and away my most popular video on this channel, and that was with my really old setup, and it was a very ugly setup. It's something I'm very not proud of those early days. I mean, obviously I'm proud that, I was able to make do with what I had, but, that can only carry you so far. I don't like that the video that majority of people have seen is just god-awful quality, so I was kind of hoping to redeem myself a little bit with this one, and to perhaps, hey, okay, we have a treasure energy. I was hoping to perhaps, kind of redeem it a little bit. Hopefully, a lot of these people might end up going to this video instead of that one. Anybody else who was going to go to that, so that they can actually see these fake things with an actual better camera and proper lighting and all of that fun stuff. Although, actually, I think this is the same camera I used back then, but awful lighting, and I had no idea what I was doing with it. The audio was definitely the worst component back then, as I actually used my phone with a really crappy lav mic, and almost no work done to correct the audio. That's kind of a lie. I tried, but I didn't know what I was doing back then. So I definitely did try to correct the audio and make it not sound completely awful. But it really didn't work because I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm not going to say I'm like a genius and an expert at it now, but I'm certainly better than I was. I also am wanting to do like a whole series like this, buying cards from other sites, whether they have very good reviews and are known for being a good site, or known for being bad like Wish and AliExpress. I'd still really want to do a Wish video, but their shipping has gotten atrocious. And continue this, like, is it worth it series, trying to buy from all of these sellers, whether it's a Chinese seller or a US one. And hopefully I can start that series up soon. I guess this is kind of the start of that. So hopefully, if you guys are trying to find better places to buy Pokemon cards from, or possibly for cheaper, then this channel will eventually be a good resource for you. Alright, so we need to end it on a good note. We need to end it on something official. I can't leave you guys with a fake product at the end. We're an official channel here. We don't do this fake crap. Oh, oops, sorry. Oh man, I'm really messing things up. The fake cards have gotten to me. I need to blur out that back. Wow, this is an actual pack, by the way. I purchased this. That is awful. From my local card store. What the hell? Ironic, in the video about fake cards, I get a code card that looks like this. Okay. 3 to the front, get rid of the energy. So, we have a Gabite, a Klang, and Berry as all of the uncommons. Going on to our Cubchoo, our Dedenne, our Clink, Snorunt, Nosepass, we have a Weavile as our reverse. But on the end. Okay, see, I was hoping we would get something, even if it's just a basic holo, and I actually don't have this Infernape yet, so happy to add it, even if it's nothing crazy, I still think it is unbelievably fitting that we got the worst condition. I mean, it still feels legitimate, but it doesn't look right. Like, all the white around the outside, and, like, the kind of, like, messed up text down here, where it says, like, the set down here. Like, what? Has anybody seen this before? Like, I swear I have seen lower quality code cards. Obviously, they don't care as much about these. But that is awful. Either way, I hope that somebody, for all of you watching, somebody at least either learned something from this video, or if they already knew about these Chinese cards on AliExpress and all that, perhaps you simply found it entertaining. which are the two goals of this video, so hopefully at least one of them panned out. If you believe it did, give the video a like. Also, if you're not subscribed already, consider doing so, and thank you very much if you're already subscribed. Hopefully, I will see all of you guys next time. Goodbye for now. Oh, and don't forget, this was a bonus video, so you're getting 3 videos this week, not 2, so look forward to that.